All right, first and foremost, want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, and Mashiach Yahweh Shai's brother, Chief Priest AHLAZAR, BANLAWYA, aka the Gorilla Hebrew. You know, look at this brother. Talk truth 12. Shalom. Book, chapter, verse, please. Don't want to sit around and listen to you talk about worldly two-third Israel. If you say, listen, do yourself a favor, man. Just click off the live video, bro. Don't worry. I'm going to just get you out of here. You don't get to type in here no more, brother. You can just leave now. You know, disrespectfully, not respectfully, you know. You know, like, how about I talk about whatever I want? It's my YouTube channel. I just talk about whatever I want to talk about on my YouTube channel. Worldly. And I want you to understand something. Worldly Israel is not the 2/3. Yeah. Y'all should go. If you were watching this channel where we join book, chapter, verse, we're doing hour-long presentations going verse after verse, you would know that your understanding of the 2/3 has been debunked. You know? Yom Rishon. Yahweh Shemi Al-Shabrakatah Wath joining the $2 drive, my brother. Appreciate you. Mr. Stewart, Yahweh Shemi Al-Shabrakatah Wath for your gracious donation. And yeah, definitely happy Feast of Tabernacle. We're having a great time here in SICARRI, the southeast, here in the Atlanta area. We're having an amazing time at Tabernacles. We're leaving from this class. We're going right back to the campsite to continue a days-long war. We've been at war. It's been tribal warfare. Okay. Give me the scriptures when all the tribes rebelled against Judah. You know, I want to get this scripture, man. So all the tribes, we decided to rebel and come against Judah, rise up against Judah. Go ahead. I hope you don't find a precept.
It's gorilla time.
No, we ain't having water fights. We're not having water fights. We having jail blaster fights, man. You gotta look into them jail blasters. You know, I ain't having no water fight at any point. That's what we not doing.
It was just Judah and Benjamin. He just had Judah and Benjamin by himself.
I think so. Rebelled against David until this day.
Yeah, so Israel rebelled against the house of David until this day.
Yep.
First Kings chapter 12, starting at verse 16. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, what portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse.
Read on.
To your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed unto their tents. But as for the children of Israel, which dwelt in the cities of Judah, Rehoboam reigned over them. Jumping down to verse 19. So Israel rebelled against the house of David unto this day.
Unto this day. And that's what's going on right now at our campsite. It's all the tribes have clicked up against Judah. And I want y'all all out there to know something. All you Judites watching, Judah's been going out bad. Judah's been getting the belt so bad. All right. They only have a few good men that's standing strong for their tribe. Officer Nakamiah, he's standing strong for Judah. Okay. He's been standing strong. Everybody else has been essentially just getting totally pummeled with bullets. Running, retreating, you know.
A few good tactical moves here and there.
There's a brother who went to the hospital. A man went to we done put a man in the hospital. Okay. So I don't know what everybody else's tabernacles look like. We're having a lot of fun down here. I want you guys to know that, man. Yeah. If you were anywhere else in this country, I feel bad for you. We're eating good. We're having fun. We have a very private exclusive camping ground.
God.
Okay, we are assembled and dwelling tribally as the scriptures tell us to.
Yeah.
It's powerful. All right, with the Lord's tents of the tents of Levi in the center. All right, how it's supposed to go. So yeah, man, but we just having a lot of fun, man. So all praises to the Most High, like for real, man. We having a good old time at the campground, man. For sure. You know. Yes, something else?
I can read verse 20.
Go ahead.
Verse 20 says, and it came to pass when all Israel heard that Jeroboam was come again, that they sent and called him unto the congregation and made him king over all of Israel. There was none that followed the house of David, but the tribe of Judah only.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what's going on. The tribe of Judah only.
Right.
Levi, Benjamin, everybody else. Reuben. It's really Levi and Reuben is number one steppers. We out there putting straight belt. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Judah, though, they want to get their get back today. They want to get their get back today.
They got some new assistants.
They went. They got new guns. They've been saying their prayers. You know, asking the Lord, please, sweet Jesus, please.
They've been trying to turn tribesmen on each other.
You know, they have been.
Yeah.
They have been. Weak tactics.
Don't think we don't know about that.
We know. We know what they're doing. We know right what they're doing, you know. So I want to talk about a few things. Let's do this real quick, though. I got a new drop on Gorilla TV. You want to check that out real quick. Got some. Sit down. Thank you. Got a new drop on Gorilla TV we want to talk about real quick. Let's get into that.
It's just part of the bloodline.
You're not.
The Saxon race goes back. I'm talking about 600 years ago. I researched it.
I'm not disputing you about the Saxon race. What I'm saying is,
it's just part of the bloodline.
You're not a Saxon, though.
Yeah,
the Saxon was assuming.
No, I'm an Anglo-Saxon.
Y'all crawled out of Germany and started assuming the thrones of the Saxons.
No,
So, number one, right? This is a powerful video. It was filmed outside of Super Bowl in Arizona, where Rihanna performed "Pregnant." Legendary stuff. That was 2023. That's 2023. No, this Super Bowl.
2023.
Yeah, because it was Vegas this year. Yeah, 2023. Great time. Good old time, Spirit of the Most High. Great time. So who in the chat can tell me what Anglo-Saxon means? There you go. Angelic sons of Isaac. Saxon Isaacs are Isaac's son. Okay, that's how that works. Right? Anglo, angel, angelic sons of Isaac. So I'm glad many of you guys are already familiar. So I'm telling this, man, and there's a movement, so you guys can understand, that exists amongst white people, which if you guys have seen some of the criticisms, some of the people who are like antagonists of the Israelites, i.e. Vocab Malone, etc., they talk about the British Israelites or British Israelism. That's what do they call us? Hebrew Israelism? It's because this term already exists for British Israelism. Okay? So British Israelism, also called Anglo-Israelism, is British nationalist, pseudo-archaeological, pseudo-historical, and pseudo-religious belief. Jesus Christ. I ain't gonna lie, they don't even do us this bad. Hold on, wait a minute. Black Hebrew, they don't even do us this bad. Black Hebrew Israelites, yeah. is a new religious movement claiming, right? It's not calling everything about us fake. It's saying everything about these people fake. And these are white people, right? So you know it's fake, right? The British nationalists, pseudo-archaeological, pseudo-historical, and pseudo-religious belief that the people of Great Britain are genetically, racially, and linguistically the direct descendants of the 10 tribes of ancient Israel. With roots in the 16th century, right? British Israelism, which inspired by several 19th century English writings such as John Wilson's 1840 Our Israelitish Origin. From the 1870s onward, numerous independent British Israelite organizations were set up throughout the British Empire, as well as in the United States. As of the early 21st century, a number of these organizations are still active in the United States. The idea gave rise to the Christian identity movement, right? The hell is that? Oh, basically that white people, the Christian identity, or identity Christianity, is an interpretation of Christianity which advocates the belief that only Celtic and Germanic peoples, such as the Anglo-Saxon Nordic nations or people of the Aryan race, and people of kindred blood are the descendants of the ancient Israelites and therefore God's chosen people. It is a racial interpretation of Christianity and is not an organized religion, nor is it affiliated with specific Christian denominations. It emerged from British Israelism in the 1920s and began to take shape during the 1940s and 70s. Today, it is independently practiced by individuals, independent congregations, and some prison gangs. White supremacists. They also believe in the two-house theology, which makes a distinction between the tribe of Judah and 10 tribes, basically saying that the Jews are the Jews, and the rest of the white people are the 10 tribes. It's essentially what they believe. Christian identity is characterized as racist, anti-Semitic, white supremacist by the ADL and the SPLC. As of 2014, estimates of the number of adherents in the United States range from 2,000 to 50,000.
So they probably don't think they.
You said what?
They probably don't think they.
Some do, some because you know some of them. A lot of it's very conflicting. Look, the typical form of British Israelite, a belief that held the modern day Jews,
right,
who were only descended from the tribe of
okay,
Judah and Benjamin,
okay.
while the British and other Northern European people were descended from the other 12 tribes. However, as Christian identity took shape from the 40s and 70s, it began to turn anti-Semitic by teaching that the contemporary Jews were either descendants of Eurasian Khazars or literal descendants of Satan. Interesting.
Okay, good. Okay,
interesting.
Okay,
they got different breakdowns.
Yeah. The sins of Satan, they got the son of the devil.
Literally. Judah man, y'all about Shemiah Sharper with the water. And y'all, I got some big. We're gonna talk about this Diddy thing, but I got huge announcements tonight. I want you to understand. I got huge announcements tonight. I'm warming y'all up right now. Big announcements tonight. Let's warm up with this preview here from Gorilla TV. So he's coming with Anglo-Saxon Israelism. That's what he's coming with. I don't know. I don't think he's too extreme because he's not projecting it too much. He's just trying to say that he's an Israelite. He's not trying to say anybody else is not, but he's trying to say that his people, the Anglo-Saxons, are. And of course, yes, the Anglo-Saxons are. You just happen not to be an Anglo-Saxon. You can be Germanic, you can be Nordic. What you are not is an angelic son of Isaac. That's what I'm telling you. Right? Let's go. Up the Scots. Yes, up the Scots. All of that. You got to start assuming all those identities from up out of Germany. You really is German. What you are. When you look up the Saxons, like King Louis, these are black people.
Yeah, but there's various races within the Israelites.
So some of what I said got blacked out there. Hold on. See that? So this is the black boy in and where that comes from is dealing with some of the nobility there in England. So why? If they weren't, so you know what they try to do now is say, oh, they were just in blackface. Right. No, these are black people. All right, we understand this. So if you look deeper into British Israelism, so look at this. According to Brackney and Fine, the French Huguenot magistrate M.E. Lawyer, the 10 Lost Tribes published in 1590, provided one of the earliest expressions of the belief that the Anglo-Saxon, Celtic, Scandinavian, Germanic, and associated peoples are direct descendants of the Old Testament Israelites. Anglo-Israelism has also attributed to King James, okay, who is reported to have believed he was king of Israel. So you have to understand where this stuff comes into with the Dark Ages, with the rise of Esau out of a low place in Europe. So it was King James understood that he was an Israelite, right? There you go. King James understood that he was an Israelite. You know, I want y'all to understand. Look at we have given Judah the belt so much. They're finally going, and you know who shall rouse them up?
Who shall rouse?
We have finally roused Judah up. All of a sudden, they got all these guns. The scriptures speak about teaching Judah to pluck the bow. Rail G, y'all about Shemiah Shabbat with the water. Right? Yeah, let me see it. Okay, we got Judah going and getting them big guns. This is the same one we got. This so I've been having this, okay? Yeah. And I've been giving these Judites the belt with this so much. God. They all went and bought them one. God. Okay? They're gonna have to know to shoot like us though. God. In the tribes of Levi and Reuben. They forget. Give me the scripture on who the warrior tribes are real quick. Salakia. Right? They gotta know how to shoot like us, man. Who I chased down today on the Nakamani? I did Nakamani so bad, man. He needs to understand that, yeah, anybody can have this gun, man, but everybody can't have the aim and the drive as everybody else. All right?
God. Yeah.
Let's read that.
God, it's the book of First Chronicles chapter 5, starting at verse 18. It says, the sons of Reuben and the Gadites and half the tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with the bow, and skillful in war, were 44,703 that went out to the war.
Salakia, read it again.
First Chronicles 5 and 18. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites.
The sons of Reuben and the Gadites. And who else?
And half the tribe of Manasseh.
And the Manassites. The so-called North American Indian, the so-called Seminole Indian, Creek Indian, right. And the so-called Cuban. Right? Read on.
Of valiant men.
Of what?
Of valiant men.
Salakia. Of valiant men. These are men of valor. These are men that went to war with the American cavalry when they didn't have guns, projectiles. And the white man did, and they went and took the white man's guns and horses, right, and learned how to ride them horses and shoot them guns. Right? Go ahead.
It says, of valiant men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, were 44,703 score.
And skillful in war.
Right.
Well, I got some of them with me.
Right.
From that tribe of Reuben.
God.
I got a few of them with me. Right? Look at Judah. Our greatest warrior is from Judah. Hold on, man. I want you to understand something, Linzel. The greatest basketball player from Judah. The greatest boxer. But we're talking about one guy. Right. We ain't talking about, see, this be the problem with Judah. Y'all only think about one-on-one.
Yeah, they individualize everything.
You individualize everything. Yeah. And this thing is about collectivity. It's about collectivity, right? Together we are strong. See, we understood that what we put on our flag. Together we are strong. Okay. This what y'all got to understand. We got a Judite in this room, Nehemiah, an outstanding warrior. He fought hard for the tribe of Judah. Okay. But these guys, they got the belt. Why? Because it was only one.
Right. Right.
It can't just be one, y'all. He couldn't take it. It was too many niggas. Listen, you gotta understand. Judah is scared. Meanwhile, it's Reuben, it's Levi, it's Ephraim, it's all of us together.
Right.
Issachar moving as a unit everywhere throughout, utilizing strategies, tactics, armed to the teeth, 100,000 pellets in the car. We ready to kill.
Everybody got all fully auto. Even all switches going loose.
You gotta understand. Like the brother said, Judah right. See, Judah want to go one-on-one. It's gotta be together. We're gonna rouse Judah up though. We're gonna rouse Judah up. That's the plan. We're gonna see how Judah do tonight. All right, we're gonna see how Judah do tonight. Look at Clayton Bigsby in the chat. I just gotta highlight it just because his name is Clayton Bigsby. Great. Wow. But the Reubenites are skillful warriors. The Gadites skillful, the Manassites skillful warriors collectively. Here we gotta go. Let's go to and give me that First Chronicles as well. About Issachar real quick. And this is what we gotta understand. Jehu said y'all gonna use guerrilla warfare. See, but here's the thing: we that's what the tribes we do guerrilla warfare, right? So that's why we've been utilizing it so well. That's what we do. That's why you got the guerrilla Hebrew. All right, we're trying to show y'all something. Go ahead.
God, this is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 12, starting at verse 32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200. And all their brethren were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as went forth to battle, expert in war.
It say what?
Expert in war.
Expert in war. Go ahead.
With all instruments of war. 50,000, which could keep rank.
It say what?
Which could keep rank.
Read on.
They were not of a double heart.
So why they were so expert in war, not only was their ability to utilize the instruments, but was their ability to stay in rank. And not be of a double heart, meaning they were totally dedicated to their cause and they would never get out of order. And that's what made them so good. So this is the issue that we have here, because thinking it individually all the time keeps people out of order. You can't think individually. You're going to be out of order if you're the center of the universe and not the cause, and that be the problem. Where has that ideology been brainwashed into the head of the tribe of Judah? Here in America. Why is Diddy going through this right here? We're going to get to this in a minute. It's America. It's the white man. Everything he's doing that you're hearing about, he learned that from somebody. In order to get up as high as he was in society, he had to get around Esau. And he had to fall into everything that they're into. And through that, he learned it, and he turned around and said, I'm going to do it to my people. And that's why the Most High is doing him the way he's doing him now. Because you can't do that to the Lord's people. Right? But he did it to the Lord's people, and he learned it from the so-called white man. Brother Enoch, water. Like Nicholas said, Judah is in the neck of their enemies.
Like I say, but the way of the wicked seduces them.
See that? And that's the problem. The way of the wicked has seduced, and now he wants to emulate what he experienced from them. Oh, this is what they do. They get people to do all kind of sexual depravity, document it, and then hold it ransom over their heads. They have insatiable lust, and they just overindulge. I want to overindulge in my insatiable lust. And you know what the problem is when you begin to overindulge in insatiable lust? Your lust gets sicker. Because he got the ability, and now I'm jumping the gun here, but it's in the spirit. Once he does some wild stuff, and it's like, all right, well, how do we get wilder than that? What's the next level after that? It's crazy. But I'm gonna get back to this real quick. That was on that?
Yeah, that's it on there. It's so cold because
go ahead.
I'm pretty sure I want to say this for when we dealing with the topic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna disable it.
Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, but there's various races within the Israelites.
No.
Even the Jews are going out and finding them and bringing them into Israel.
You're not a Saxon. That's what I'm telling you. You assume the identity of the Saxon. What is Saxon?
I am a Saxon bloodline.
What does Saxon mean?
It's part of the blood.
No, but what does it mean? The word.
What does the word black mean?
Hold on. This is irrelevant.
I don't know
that's
what the word.
Nick gonna tell me what does the word black mean? First off, what does that got to do with anything?
Right.
When did we call ourselves black? That was put upon us, right?
Saxon means. You know, I'm just trying to tell you what I've researched out that the Saxon race is part of the loins that get.
If you know about the Saxons, then you should know what the name means. What does Saxon mean?
Get out.
You're talking to the real poet right now.
That's right.
Now, I done had to make cuts in here because, of course, there is a certain group of people that's being talked about. That this platform is not keen to them being talked about. So they're gonna have to go to GORRILLA.tv to really have all this about an hour-long video. Right? Let's go.
So what would be the cause of believing this? Where's the proof on this?
Well, the number one place of the proof is very simple. It's called this right here. The book that the Israelites wrote, the records. What does Bible mean? I'm just toying with. He doesn't know anything. This is some damn redneck, some trailer park living redneck. Okay, he doesn't know anything. Composition and collection of records of who? The Israelites. Sister Sakina, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah Water. This is where the records are. This one's going to tell you about the Israelites and where they was born.
There's a lot of different races within the Israelites.
I'm not arguing about race.
You do know that's true, right?
Okay, so what I want you to do. So what's your name?
My name is David.
David.
And what's your name?
David. My name is AHLAZAR. David.
What is your name?
AHLAZAR.
AHLAZAR.
David.
Nice to meet you.
David, I want you to look at this crowd.
This is really a good discussion.
Okay. I want you to look at this crowd. Is everybody in the crowd classified as the same race by modern standard? Everybody is here. Are we? Look.
Well, go ahead.
No, right. So that's my point. We're not talking about race. We're talking about races, right? So don't convolute. So I made that point to say, of course, you got Big Yashwali Yabashim Yashabakata with water. You got so-called black people, so-called Hispanic people, so-called Native American people that's there. According to the standard that has, ruled the world, white supremacist racial classification, we're different races. The problem is not that there are different quote unquote races of people that are Israelites. The problem is you're not an Israelite. Right. I'm not talking about other races. Right. I'm saying we're as a sand of the sea, we're scattered, we're all over the world. A couple of years I found an island in the middle of nowhere, Seychelles. Yeah. You got Levites over there. I found out last year about the South Sea slave trade, and you got our brothers down there in the South Pacific. We're all over the world, right? It's not a question as that. Who's in the building? Soldier in the building. All right. You got your weapon, Yaiqua. You do. Are you ready? Judah's been going out bad, man. Judah needs Avengers.
All he can do is smile.
Judah needs Avengers.
He look like he beat up from the plantation, man. He lasts along.
Yeah, you're quiet. Well, of course, you're quiet. You in the bill, but you're quiet, huh?
Right.
See, Yaiqua came through the live chat with the $20. He was loud.
We're gonna see if Shaquan Mawab live up to his name tonight.
Of the silent killer.
We're gonna see if he lives to his name tonight.
We're gonna see.
Spirited power.
But these people, there's all kind of people who could be Israelites. Of course, we have in the West, in the Americas, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. There are other groups of people that are scattered throughout the world that can be classified as something else that are also Israelites. We don't have a problem with that. All I'm saying is you're not an Israelite, sir. That's what I'm saying. That's it. Can there be somebody who's classified or considered as a white person who's an Israelite. Certainly, I'm saying you're not, though. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You have assumed the identity of the Saxon people. That's what I'm saying, right? Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Brother Love in the chat. Brother Love is in the chat, y'all.
There's so many funny names.
Brother Love. Listen, man. Throw the baby oil in the dumpster, man, and step away slowly. Put the baby oil down.
God.
Salakia. The conversation on the question of race. Right? The conversation, the question of the record.
That's the only thing that I know how to communicate with that.
No, because you people invented race.
If you think that you're the only Israelites in this world, you're mistaken.
Who said that?
Because there's different.
Who said that?
There is variety of different people that are from other countries that are Israelites.
I didn't dispute that. I'm saying you're not, though.
Well, why would you say that when I said I am?
Because I know the history of the people who assume the identity of the Anglo-Saxon, the history of the identity of the people.
You don't believe that the Saxon race is a part of the Israel bloodline.
I believe that the Saxons are Israelites. I don't believe you are indeed a Saxon.
Why would you say that?
Because I know the identity of the Saxons was assumed.
Oh, so it's a black guy that would be identifying as an Israelite.
See, notice what he said. He said, so it's a black guy who would be identified as an Israelite. Now, I've already made it clear what everybody here is. There's different races in front of you, right? But it's not about whether or not a black guy is an Israelite. It matters whether or not the Saxons were black, right? It's not about Israelite, but the specific people group, the Saxons, right, were black people.
Right?
Listen, it's not just
if
black.
I was an Afro
black
American that says I'm Israelite and I Saxon, you believe him?
Not necessarily. Now, there's a damn show. What's this show? My wife was watching it. This show right here, right? Come on Netflix.
Bridgerton. Yeah.
Bridgerton. Yeah. Now, notice, why is it they got so many black people in Bridgerton?
Right.
So many. Casually. They're not explaining it to you. Nobody's batting an eye about it.
Right.
Why? Is because they want it to be historically accurate. Right? Watch this. Bridgeton. So when is it supposed to take place? What period in history? Set against the backdrop of the Regency era. The Regency era, this is late 1700s into early 1800s. And there was you see black people present. It's not a big, they're not making a big deal about it. It's a reason for this, right? Now, I want to show y'all somebody. Watch this. Black Jewish woman wrote Shakespeare. Amelia Bassano. I just read about this girl, right? Wow. So they call her Black Jewish. Now they call her Black Jewish. She's black, but her name is clearly that of a Jew. Yeah. So it exposes a lot here about what happened, right? Yeah, right here. So this is earliest 1569 to 1645 she lived. She was the first woman in England to assert herself as a professional poet. Attempts have been made to equate her with the Dark Lady. So Shakespeare wrote about the Dark Lady. Of course, we know this is iconoclasm. They've definitely went and whitened her up later, but you have to be, even as some of the iconoclasm, you got to watch that hair. Yep. You got to watch that hair. Yep. Always got to watch that hair, right? So yeah, so they talk about her father was from Italy, and he had a clearly Jewish surname. When you look that up, yeah, it has been suggested and disputed that Laniera's family was Jewish or partly of Jewish descent. So people argue about her being black or her being a Jew. But the strongest arguments is that she's both black and a Jew, right? So this was going on back here at this time. So what we're saying is not crazy because there are scholars who are making these arguments. We didn't make them up. All right. I still have to do an investigation. I still have to ask into the background of
If
his ethnicity.
anybody that
patrilineage.
Anybody that comes from Scotland and Ireland, which
What
is
is
my
Scotland?
bloodline,
What does
would
Scotland
be
mean?
part of
Where does
a
the name of-
Saxon race.
Oh, okay, if you can tell me.
Of six.
That nigga just said anybody. Anybody? Anybody.
Anybody that comes from Scotland and Ireland, which
What
is
is
my
Scotland?
bloodline,
What does Scotland
would be
mean?
part of
Where does
a
the name of-
Saxon race.
Oh, okay, if you can tell me.
Of 600 BC.
Oh, okay, so Scotland, right? Let's do it Scotland. Where did they get the name Scotland from? Where does that come from? Do you know?
I don't have enough history to know where that means.
Okay, so let's go
Where
back.
did the word African come from?
It's a Hebrew word. It means dust. So now,
You're saying that
hold on, no. Let's deal with
is a
Scotland.
Hebrew word?
Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go back from. Where does that come from?
Part of
Where does
a
the name
Saxon race.
Oh, okay, if you can tell me.
Of 600 BC.
Okay. So when he says 600 BC, he's saying that the Northern Kingdom, the exile, they went to the British Isles. Yeah. That's the whole ideology. Which is not what happened. The Northern Kingdom came over here. Who went up into Europe is the Southern Kingdom. Exactly. So Scotland, right? Let's do it Scotland. Where did they get the name Scotland from? Where does that come from? Do you know? You don't know. And like this video, it gets worse. Y'all gotta go to Gorilla TV to get this full thing. A lot of it gets too hot, way too hot for YouTube. Let's keep going on.
I don't have enough history to know where that means.
He's trailer trash, guys. They get the name Scotland from. Where does that come from? Do you know?
I don't have enough history to know where that means.
I don't have enough history to know of what that means.
He had to formulate that sentence as sure as possible, as slow as possible.
It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Right.
Get the name Scotland from. Where does that come from? Do you know?
I don't have enough history to know where that means.
Okay, so let's go
where
back.
Where did the word African come from?
So reliable.
Now Africa. Now Africa. You see how he keeps throwing it back? Black Africa. Right. But we're not talking about that. It's a Hebrew word. It means dust. So now
you're saying that
hold on, no. Let's deal with Scotland.
Hebrew word?
Let's deal. Yes, it is. It comes from the Hebrew word afar. Go look it up. All anybody has to do is just type in Africa. And go to etymology.
You go back up.
No, it's right here. Okay. Other etymological hypothesis. Boom. Right. It has them all here. Yeah. Ephor, Abraham's son, which Ephor means dust. You have, this is Latin, aprica, yeah. The Egyptian afruika. No. Again, this is late. You see this is late? You see this is late? Latin late. Right, the Arabic here coming from the son of Abraham, so it's the same thing here. So you have two different sources leading there. And then, of course, here to sprinkle with dust afar, dust powder. That's it. It does not come from Leoscipius Africanus, Hebrew Israelites. Please stop saying that. Thank you. Right? So now, the word. Let's deal with the word Scotland. Let's deal with the people who ruled the Scotland, which are called the Stuarts. What does Stuart mean? It goes back to the word swarthy. What does swarthy mean? Dark skin. Boom. You see that? Scotland come from Queen Scotia, who was an African queen. All the people who actually founded those lands, the original people who founded those dynasties, that bloodline, were not your people. Your people came from Germany, assuming that.
That's right.
The thrones of Europe were assumed by Germans. So when you get Queen Elizabeth, Princess Diana, King Charles, all them people that now you see as the royal family, those are people who assumed identity the same way that, so when you say you're a Saxon, right? I was gonna say same way that, whoa. I have to dispute that because I know the Saxon. Let's take a look at common Saxon surnames.
Hold on, sir.
No. Let's take a look at common. He just told us he did not have enough history to understand that. Now he's telling me, though he admittedly does not have the understanding, that my history somehow is distorted. Watch this.
Prove it. Distorted history.
You know what we call that?
And
I'm white and I
everybody
say
agrees.
so.
That's all he's saying. I'm white and I say so. It's just, I don't know anything. I'm not familiar with anything you're saying. I have no historical reference to dispute it, but I'm just going to declare that it's distorted because I don't like it. But your belief system, let's talk about what Wikipedia calls his belief.
Right. Pseudo.
It calls your belief much faker than mine, sir. It's like it. Pseudo archaeological, pseudo historical, and pseudo religious. Right. That's bad. That would hurt.
Why did I say so? You have to actually come to proof. Let's go to common Saxon surname. Stewart I already named, which means swarthy. Come back with the word swarthy, which means dark skin. Because there's something your people have done throughout the earth. Come on. They go tell everybody there's something else, and then they come and give us names now.
So what is the white?
Let's read the Bible.
So what is the white race
Go
to
ahead.
you?
The Edomites.
You guys are cults.
Hold on, I'm a cult.
Right.
Hey, and I saw his jersey said plumber.
Right.
And I thought it was so fitting.
Yeah.
All right. Because that's probably all he is. Just some plumber. All right. Some dumb plumber who doesn't know anything. That's all. Right. And he's coming up trying to come against biblical scholars. And he's white trash.
Yeah.
That's all he is.
He says,
right.
What do you all think of white people?
They're the Edomites. They're the devil. The Edomites.
Oh, right. Let me ask you something, brother. When the white man came over here to Arizona, what did they do? You right here, King, with the star on the hat, with the cowboy hat. What has the white man done in the world? Well, no, you know what he's done. Where do your people come from? You're Mexican, right? This used to be Mexico, right? That's right. So what did the white man do to Mexico? Only the devil goes everywhere throughout the earth and genocides people. Only the devil. Let's read that, though. That's what I want 4 and 6. Let me see. Right? No.
Supposed to be really religious.
There are curves. Let's go to fugitive and the vagabond. 14. There we go. Go ahead.
We're James chapter 4, verse 14. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
So this is Cain talking to God. See, you've driven me out this day from the face of the earth, right? Go ahead.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
Read on.
And I shall be a fugitive.
And say, I shall be a what?
A fugitive.
A fugitive. What does a fugitive do? He runs, right? A fugitive is running from the law, from being caught. So a fugitive is running around. What has the white man done throughout the earth? He's ran everywhere in the earth. Conquered, raped, robbed, murdered, destroyed. He's a fugitive, Reed.
And a vagabond.
Like he ain't got no home. He's everywhere in everybody else's house trying to run stuff because he ain't got no home. Right, Reed?
In the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
So he felt like going back to Cain because of the mark that got put on. What is the mark that got put on Cain? What makes them different than everybody else on the face of the earth? You go anywhere on this planet and everybody's what color? Brown, one shade or another, except them. That's the mark that got put on them that differentiated them from all the rest of them.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him.
Give me Psalm 37. Psalm 37. I've seen the wicked in great power, and he spreadeth himself like the green bay tree.
Bring it up.
37. Might be late. 37. 35. That's it? Yeah, go ahead. Read it.
This is the book of Psalm, chapter 37, verse 35. I have seen the wicked in great power.
Seen the wicked in great power. We take a look at the insurmountable power that they've had in this earth to come here and build a place like Phoenix, Arizona, on the bones of Apache, on the bones of the Yaqui Indian, on the bones of the Navajo. They were able to build a metropolis, right, Reed?
And spreading himself like a green bay tree.
He just goes all over the whole world, spreading himself. They down there in Australia, they down there in New Zealand. They went to Tasmania and totally exterminated all the people of Tasmania.
It's horrible what they did down there to Tasmania. Look up Tasmania. Right there, Tasmania. Look at this. Look at this. Tasmania main island was inhabited by Aboriginal peoples. It is thought the Aboriginal, whatever. The island was permanently settled by Europeans in 1803 as a penal settlement of the British Empire to prevent claims to the land by the First French Empire during the Napoleonic Wars. The Aboriginal population, 1 second. So it says, the Aboriginal population estimated to have been between 3,000 and 7,000 at the time of the British settlement, but was almost wiped out within 30 years during a period of conflicts with settlers known as the Black War and the spread of infectious disease. The conflict, which peaked between 1825 and 1831 and led to more than 3 years of martial law, cost the lives of 1,100 Aboriginal people and settlers. Wow. Look at this. Look at this. In November 1830, Arthur organized the so-called Black Line, ordering every able-bodied male colonist to assemble at one of 7 designated places in the settled districts to join a massive drive to sweep Aboriginal people out of the region and onto the Tasmanian Peninsula. The campaign failed and was abandoned 7 weeks later, but by then the Tasmania's Aboriginal population had fallen to about 300. These are the people. 4 elderly, full-blooded Tasmanian Aboriginal people these are in the 1860s. For many years, claimed to be the last full-blooded Aboriginal person to survive is seated on the far right. Just wow. So this is what they do, right? Okay.
Right now we only know Tasmania. All we know is a cartoon, right? They exterminated all the people of Tasmania, right? So this is what they do. They come, they destroy, they spread their influence, and now all our people, what do we speak? We speak their language. We speak English. We speak Spanish. We speak French. We speak Portuguese. We follow their religion. We believe that they're Jesus.
Yeah, so to watch this in full, man, you get on over to Gorilla TV. That is grla.tv. And you can sign up now for only $5. For only $5, you get access to this video and all the other exclusive videos that are here at Gorilla TV. And again, this is only for $5, right? You can get this and all these other videos that have been popping up here on the Gorilla TV YouTube channel. The polygyny debate with the IG model. The black Christian refused to accept black Jesus, would end up in the black Christian being slapped. The Geno Jennings disciple debate, the Christian deacon out there in Fort Worth, the bloody dispute with Edomat, the Jehovah Witness. All of this stuff is exclusively in full at gorilla.tv and or czyn.network. It's a higher price point at czyn.network, but also there's a lot more content in the library at the $15 price point. You could also, of course, again, get on over to czyn.network. Now, I got some announcements to make before we get into this Diddy topic. All right. So, of course, I've talked about I got the leadership course coming. The Silverback Psychology course is coming, right? The debate course is coming. But with the debate course coming, I'll be doing some debate reactions. I know there's some debates people have been buzzing about, people have been flooding me about, and we'll be talking about soon. Also, when we talk about debates, there's been a lot of discussion about the new covenant. Okay, I'll be putting a new covenant breakdown out, Lord willing, within the next week or so. A very in-depth new covenant breakdown, a very comprehensive new covenant breakdown through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And likely that breakdown will be accompanied with a challenge, with a cash prize for anybody who is qualified accepting the challenge. Let's drop a bomb for that. Right. Additionally, of course, with the debate course and things of that nature, I will be organizing, formulating, starting a debate league. Ain't that something? And this isn't just going to be any debate league. This will be a debates that will be judged off of presentation and argumentation. Emphatic winner will be declared at the end of the debate, and a cash prize will be given to the winner of every debate. And this will be an organized league, meaning individuals are going to submit themselves, sign up, and matchups are going to be made, and you're going to have to debate whoever you get matched up with. It's that simple. And whoever, the winner is going to be determined by who presented their case better. It's going to be a real debate league. So that's coming, Lord willing, right? So we got a lot of major things coming and major announcements, so just stay tuned for them. But I definitely want to put that out there. I think by Monday, I should be putting that new covenant breakdown out as well, if it be the will of the Lord. If not Monday, Lord willing, the next Friday, right? But of course, it'll be an arena and a platform for people to peacefully discuss their differences, hash them out, and present the best arguments for the nation for people to make their own decisions on where they stand doctrinally. Right? And then through that, you know, maybe it's potential that different opponents will rise, and I can debate different topics as well on these matters. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, y'all, all those things are in the works. Whoever wants to get the debate course can get the debate course. As far as the leadership course, that's going to be for brothers only. As far as the debate course, that'll be open to whoever wants to get it. And all those will be likely through Gorilla TV. So I'm just working it all out now. Most High will, so-called next month, we should be fully rocking and rolling. Well, I mean, the month is damn near synced up because it's usually the first couple of days of the month now that new moon is coming. So next month, Lord willing, we should have things in stone for y'all through the spirit. So all praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. So I just wanted to make those announcements, right? So Gorilla TV, CZY Network, y'all know what it is. All our donation information is here. Follow me, everything. Join, just everything, right? If you're sick of not following the commandments and keeping tabernacles the right way,
Right.
You probably should email join@SICARRI.camp. Maybe next year you can join us for a big gunfight here in Atlanta. All right, I want to show y'all what what it sounds like at night. Okay.
They say, you're tired of setting up a tent on your bed in your bedroom.
In your living room.
You're right.
On your balcony.
God,
okay. Then come to SICARRI and get in the wilderness. If you don't get in the field, you will have PTSD. I'm just warning you. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Endless fun. Right? The backyard's Silva. If you're sick of the backyard, let's get into the real. We're in the real wilderness. It's animals. People are killing scorpions. It's all kind of stuff going on out there. But we're having a great time and we're living like our ancestors lived. We're living like how they were living when they wrote the Bible. Right?
Like the bird said, the most fun I've had in years.
In years. Right? See that?
God.
All praises. Let's talk about Diddy, man. Oh man. 1,000 bottles. Hold on.
Scary hours.
Scary hours has started early. Right? Scary hours has definitely started very, 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 very early. Well, like an hour. They call him Diddy, Puff Daddy, Brother Love, Keyshawn Yabashimi Ashabrakata Water Water. Just wow. What we see going on with Diddy. Diddler. The Diddler. Man. This is serious, what we're seeing, right? Very serious what we're seeing. It's really not a joke what we're seeing. We're laughing about it because we make light of absolutely everything as a people. I get it. This is crazy. What's being said, what's being alleged. So I was watching, to hell what I was watching. Let me just show it. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. My brother. Which one?
There was a $30 million heist that took place in LA a few months ago, and I thought that Diddy is absolutely cooked, and this indictment is worse than I thought.
Nobody knows how extensive the Amiri hoodie collection of Poetic Flacco is. Yeah. He's got every Amiri hoodie ever.
Watching to find out why. Now, I reported last night that Diddy was arrested. However, the indictment was sealed, right? Nobody could access it last night, so we didn't know exactly what
threatened and coerced victims to get them to allegedly included high-ranking supervisors.
Much covers the entire indictment. Not much was left for officials. Diddy sold his planes, so there wouldn't be any risk of him fleeing. Diddy turned in all his passports. Now, mind you, they were doing this before he was even charged, which and abusing victims for a decade, bro. And he has access to actually, right, in his court, like him taking precautions to alert.
This is a fighter. He's going to fight this to the end. He didn't do these things. Why doesn't the government want to turn himself?
Where is the video that I watched? Oh, it's this one. It's this one.
If these rumors are true, Rick Ross may spend the rest of his life in a vlog as well. When 50 Cent and Rick Ross was beefing, it was the height of their beef, and she put Rick Ross's son, Kiss hip hop's greatest Ozempic warrior to ever live, goodbye.
It's out.
Hits is bad enough, but it's not really enough to really get Rick Ross jammed up, right? But she continues and talk about actual hits that took place in actual Ross knows what she's talking about, bro. And there's any type of semblance of truth to this, bro, Rick Ross leave. In 2014, bro, they're gonna get the officer. So, he probably has a career in the streets. And most of the time, they get on and they forget about their past, but then things go away. But if this lady is claiming one of Diddy's,
this is what's crazy, right? That I saw Flacco bring. Oh, I'm not sharing. Hold on. This is crazy, right? Let me show y'all this. He said, "How is we have details about Diddy but Epstein?" That's not true. We have several documentaries about Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Multiple documentaries.
Especially at the airport.
Come on, we know the details of Epstein are out there, bro.
These workers who he hired to engage in activities with Cassie that he was self-gratified to, that worker can be seen on camera saying how Rick Ross was also involved in the freak offs and how Rick Ross, Diddy, and Khaled all have some type of homosexual relationship going on.
Combs.
Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean.
Now, mind you, Flacco's gonna break this all down, but I want you to understand this was captured in 2018, long before this freak off stuff got out there.
Yeah.
So this is why people are saying when this first came out, people are like, he's crazy.
Right.
But now that everything else has came out, it's like, well, wait a minute. It's almost a fact,
right,
at this point that Diddy was paying men to have sex with Cassie.
Yeah.
This was not known 6 years ago. So the fact that he's talking about how he was paid, but also Diddy joined in, but then also there was other stuff going on, it just gives more credence to what he's saying. Also, we come to find out that this guy is now he's in protective custody by the feds. Yeah. The feds are now protecting him. Yeah. Very interesting stuff.
Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I was like a slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I seen him for the herpes and won. But Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Straight up and down.
Diddy and Ross, they're good buddies.
They're buddies.
They're gay. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, all right.
Both Diddy and Ross and Khaled, they're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They're all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I seen the liquid cocaine up tracking myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks all the time. All right, he calls.
That nigga said having sex with Diddy and Cassie, it's not good. Oh my God. This is crazy. And this dude is like some Eastern European or something. Exactly. So the way he's saying it just make it sound even crazier.
Gigi, that's liquid cocaine.
All right.
I've settled $4.125 million with Diddy.
All of our wise grandmamas always told us, man, a drunken, crazy man gonna tell you something outrageous, but he ain't gonna tell you a lie. Because that's Jonathan Odin. He was arrested in 2018 for a shootout that took place at one of Trump's hotel. Now, Jonathan Odin, when he was arrested, before all of this came out, he was telling a story about how he was one of the workers who used to be with Cassie and Diddy, and everybody thought he was crazy. Everyone thought he was crazy. And now we found out that he wasn't crazy and he was telling the truth. But what's even crazier is he mentioned the Diddy and the Rick Ross. Now, a man with that much insight into Diddy's sexual affair and escapade would know who's closely linked to Diddy. Now, there's also rumors that not only is Rick Ross and Diddy, I guess, homosexual and involved, but Rick Ross was also involved in multiple freak-offs. Now, what's even more odd too, right? So Jonathan Oddy, obviously, right, he shot up at a Trump hotel, right? A shootout that's very serious. It's only 6 years ago. So where is he right now? Now, people have been online saying, yo, this man died because they can't locate him. But here's the thing. He didn't die. He still has upcoming court cases, upcoming court dates. However, when you try to locate him in the system, he's nowhere to be found. You can't find him, right? Been relocated, is secretive. He's now hidden. And you know why you can't find somebody who is currently in the jail system? You know why you can't find him? Because that person has turned informant. Now, you have a man who has turned informant, who is obviously now working for the federal government in this Diddy's case, saying how Diddy and Rick Ross were in cahoots, they were lovers, etc., etc. That right there could be very bad for Ross. Taking into account how close Ross and Diddy was, how Diddy used to be at Ross' crib on a consistent daily basis.
Is that my brother? Yes. Homie Diddy in the mother promised land. Y'all know it's going down, man. We talking big money, big moves. This that 2022. I ain't gonna lie. Be talking like they getting money and like they got taste and they got style and savoir-faire. But goddamn, when God made this nigga here.
Listen, bro.
Oh my. Oh my.
Scary hours.
Scary.
Oh, it's scary hours. It's scary hours. And like Jay, who just pointed out, Meek Mill was signed to Ross.
Right. Yeah.
It's scary. It's frightening. Chilling, even. But again, this is what happens. Let's start. I want you to start with the appetites. Let's start there, right? So many precepts are coming to mind. So many precepts.
God, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 18, starting at verse 30.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "Go not after thy lust."
It say what?
Go not after thy lust.
Read on.
But refrain thyself from your appetites.
Refrain yourself from your appetites, right? There's no good thing in the flesh, right? Refrain. His lack of discipline, this hedonism that he learned from the oppressor. This is what landed him here. Hedonism. He picked that up from somebody. There's somebody out there who is insatiable. There's a group of people who have so much power over this earth, have conquered this earth, have done all manner of evil throughout this earth, especially of a sexual nature. And he's learned that from them, you know? He learned that because you have to understand, I remember Diddy got on the Same Damn Time remix for Future, right? Mixtape Pluto is back, for the record. I want that on the record, right? Also, we got a special album dropping next week we're going to talk about too tonight, right? But Mixtape Future is back. It's back. He's back. But Diddy had got on the Same Damn Time remix back in the day. He said, you talking about that 500, you talking about that Benz, nigga. When I say I got that 500, I'm talking about them M's, nigga. In order to have 500 M's, the type of crowds he had to associate with. Clive Davis. Let's read about him. I don't like this picture. He's a part of LGBT History Month, Clive Davis. So let's look up Clive Davis, and they call me Diddy. It's a great thumbnail.
Nah, it is though. It's a whole nother
Oh, that's
video.
AI right there. That's they pasted that. Let's just go here. I want to see if we have a. Because we have so many super recent. I want to go, before all this stuff came out. Here's why Mace called out Diddy for his Clive Davis pregame Grammy Gala speech. Gala, is it? Yeah, let's just, you know what? I don't. Let's just look up because it's gonna tell us on this wiki. Love, nigga name is just Love. Sean Combs. Sean Love Combs. Born Sean John Combs.
Nigga changed his middle name.
He changed it 100 times. Look at this. Early life.
Correct.
Yep, right here. Combs became an intern at New York's Uptown Records in 1990. While working as a talent director at Uptown under the guidance of label founder Andre Harrell, he helped develop Jodeci and Mary J. Blige. In his college days, Combs had a reputation for throwing parties, some of which attracted up to 1,000 participants. Usher, who lived with Combs for a year in New York City when he was 13 years old.
Scary hours.
Told Howard Stern in 2016 that Combs' lifestyle was pretty wild during that time. Okay. Shortly after being fired from Uptown in 1993, Combs established his own label, Bad Boy Records. With that, even is just Bad Boy. Yeah. Interesting. Which ended a joint venture deal with Arista Records. Combs brought Uptown signee Christopher Wallace, better known as Notorious B.I.G., along with him to the newly established label. Both Wallace and Craig Mack began recording for the label and yielded mainstream recognition, leading to the former's debut album, the label's first major project, Ready to Die. Okay. Hold on, man. Where is Clive at in all this? They done left him out. Very interesting. Let's go here. Wow, that's it. That is crazy. Well, it's okay, guys, because I'm going to show you how we're going to get to this. We started. What are we going to? Right here. Oh, let's go to this history.
Did you want to share the screen?
Oh, no. Look at this. They don't talk about him at all. Okay, in 1999, it was reported that Clive Davis and Arista had given Combs a $50 million advance on future earnings in 1998. So you mean to tell me he just gave him 50 M's?
Right.
No strings? Let's read about Clive Davis. I'm going to hip y'all to something. When you see that last name Davis, it should tell you something. Eyes open now. Right? David was born in Brooklyn, New York City, too. You guessed it, parents. See that? Okay. You know, but when you see Davis, you should already know that. Okay. Now look at this. Where does he meet Diddy? Davis founded LaFace Records with L.A. Reid and Babyface. LaFace subsequently became the home of TLC, Usher, Outkast, Pink, and Tony Braxton. He founded Bad Boy Records with Sean Puffy Combs, and it became the home of Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Combs, Mace 112, and Faith Evans, although Davis would later admit that he never quite understood rap music. In 1998, Davis signed LFO and European Cecile. Okay, boom. See, look, they're being real, like, not saying nothing about how tight him and Diddy was, but y'all had to be pretty tight for you to give him 50 M's.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you don't just give somebody 50 M's. You know, some kid who was an intern that got fired from his job. So you mean to tell me you could be an intern at one label, get fired, and then somebody just come and give you $50 million? You didn't even work your way up to a permanent position in the company, and somebody's writing you a $50 million check? In 2013, Davis publicly came out as bisexual. This is all interesting, right? I say all this to say, let's read that.
God, this is the book of Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, starting at verse 16. If then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that it is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwells in me. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh.
In my flesh, what?
Dwells no good thing.
You have to understand that in your flesh dwells no good thing, meaning your flesh has desires and lusts that are not good, right? That you have to utilize your spiritual strength and power to fight, to combat the urge, right? See, but here's what happens with sin and lusts of these inordinate natures, out of order, illicit, unlawful natures. What happens is this. It's what's called a snowball. Where does the snowball come from? Right? Let's just something snowballing.
I have to show the avalanche.
Is a snowball effect. We will look at what it is, how does it work, why it's in management, and brings in our accumulates, and it builds up on top of the previous success even further.
That's a positive snowball.
Yeah.
Avalanche.
Rudy, t'es bon?
Ouais, c'est bon.
Rudy, ok.
Drop.
Oh.
Right.
Guy's watching.
You said what?
The guy's watching snowboard video. They ain't giving.
It's not even a real avalanche. I want to see an avalanche. Let me just say, snowball rolls into avalanche.
Okay.
I'll take it. This is crap. This is such crap. Right? But that's the whole principle of the snowball effect, that the snowball, as it rolls down that hill, it gets more and more and more and more snow. Right? That's the point. Very horrible examples on on YouTube. So, silly me for thinking YouTube was going to be able to help me with this. But that's what these inordinate lusts. You begin to indulge. He's introduced to it, you know, and he learns this behavior. And he feels like this is what's going to get him to the next level. This is what's going to get him a $50 million advance, is engaging with this Amalekite. Then he turns around now and he's in the power position amongst our people. So then he begins to do it downward towards our people. And he begins to engage and indulge in certain things. And then it becomes the hunger for that. It becomes bigger. It becomes a monster. And now when Cassie is saying she's at her birthday party and the nigga show up and drags her out of the birthday party to come to a freak off, that's when you know that his lust became insatiable. Where now it had totally taken over his life. Right? You know how like drugs take over a person's life? This is the same thing. Your flesh wants to get high. In his instance, his high is coming from the sexual gratification of strange manners, right?
Correct.
It's not just the regular stuff for him. That's not doing it because he's given himself into so much, right? So this is what you have to understand. Is why the scriptures talk about refraining from your appetites, right? So like you speak, G.
God. Yeah, and like the priest was saying, man, the refraining from your appetites prevents you from becoming a laughingstock to your enemies or other people that's watching your life. You got to understand how many people are aware of the things that he's a part of, the things that he indulges in, right? How many different variables, right, are included in his lifestyle, right? From paparazzi to people, you know, probably not respecting NDAs and things of that nature, right? It's a bunch of stuff that's going on, right, behind the scenes, and it's, for one, the Most High gonna expose sin anyways, right? So I ain't that big of a deal, right? Shalom, family, right? So the Most High he gonna expose sin and naughtiness and things of that nature, right? Go ahead. But you know, it's important for us to understand that we can learn from the things that he's doing and the things that he's being exposed from. But I had the precept. Sirach chapter 23, starting at verse 16. It says, 2 sorts of men multiply sin, and the third will bring wrath. A hot mind is as a burning fire. And that's what the priest was just going into, right? It's not even just the normal stuff. It's the other weird things that he's involved with because he's been exposed to these things by way of his oppressor and the people, right, that he's affiliated with, right, throughout the music industry and things of that nature. But it said what you end up having a hot mind, right? That hot mind.
It's burning.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what that means. That lust is burning. So like I saw a girl I know, she posted today, a guy sent her a DM and said he would like to compensate her to come and stand in front of him like a mannequin in lingerie. He just want her to stand there. Right?
Right.
Now, hold on. Let me, I want to go look at this just so I can get the full context. Hold on. What's so crazy is if some of you idiots weren't so burned in your lust,
right,
it's so weird, right? You probably can get some of these girls to do some of this stuff, man. All right. But that hot mind, like he's referring to, it's so hot. You can't even see straight. No, you see what I'm saying? It's a true, but you got to understand the spiritual side of it.
Yeah.
The demonic activity that's got you.
Yep.
It's got you. Yep. I've got you. Right. And it has all the power to destroy your life.
Right.
All of it. And you see what it's done to Diddy's life. It's destroyed it. And I want you to understand that the people that are actually in power in this country, in this world, somebody asked something I wanted to highlight. I took the highlight off. Right here. Chill. I want to get to her. They have the dirt. They bring you into their lifestyles.
Yeah.
And accumulate the dirt, and they can push the button on you at their leisure. That's what's happened to Diddy.
Yeah.
Diddy, we really haven't needed you for a long time.
Yeah.
Nobody drinks Ciroc. You haven't had a successful artist.
Right.
If you really look at Diddy's real track record with artists, it's not good. It hasn't been good since Biggie, for real.
Right.
If you really look at Bad Boy, since Biggie has really not been that good. Right? He lucked out getting the dead guy.
Yeah.
Right? Just be real. We don't need you anymore, bro. You're expendable. But you feel untouchable because we've allowed you to feel untouchable. And you've learned things from those people and you've brought it back to your people and you begin to inflict your people with this type of oppression, this type of sickness. But the sister Shell, she says, why are these men in certain positions sexual predators? I'm going to show you. Give me Psalms 12:8. I'm going to show you why there's always these super prominent, super powerful, super rich guys in these high positions who are always sexual deviants. The Bible already explained it for us. Let's read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 8. It says, the wicked walk on every side.
The wicked walk on every side. Go ahead.
When the vilest men are exalted.
You see all the wickedness in the earth? The wickedness in the earth that we can see is allowed because the most vile men are in power. That's the only reason wickedness is spread throughout the planet in the way it is. Because only the vilest men are in power. So you take a look at these men that's in power. It can be politically, it can be financially, economically, it can be in different industries. And you better understand that that is a vile human being, according to the Bible. You take a look at the people that they're creating. You take a look at the influence that they have and how negative it is. You understand that that is a vile creature that is sitting in that power position right now. That's all it is. The vilest men are exalted. The vilest men, the most filthy and disgusting people imaginable are the ones that are presently in power, right? And our oppressors are those vile men, but then they turn around and empower the most vile of our people on purpose. Why? To propagate negativity, to propagate wickedness, to propagate illicit behavior amongst our people. We have to make no mistake about any of that. The vilest, the most disgusting. Let's take a look at the word. Can we take a look at the word? Vileness, worthless.
Hit this precept too.
Go ahead, hit the precept.
The book of Sirach, chapter 10, starting at verse 2. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, a person put in a position of power, so are his officers.
You say what?
So are his officers.
So we take a look at who's in power,
right?
And we take a look at his officers. We take a look at
people who set up,
who he sets up, who he creates.
Exactly.
Right? Well, who does he create? Or why are so many coons in power?
Yeah.
So many people who are sellouts in power. You see them, there's a reason for this, because there's a wicked person above them that is empowering them.
Right.
There's a man that gave Diddy $50 million. Who is it?
Right.
Who gave him 50 M's? That's who empowered him. Who is he? He's a vile man. So who will he install in our people? Vile men. He admitted that what? He didn't understand rap. Exactly. Let me go get somebody who does. But the somebody who does is going to have to be vile. I'm going to have to see him compromise himself. I'm going to have to see him so thirsty for the money, so thirsty for the spot, that he's going to do whatever I want him to do. He's going to indulge in whatever I want him to indulge in.
He got to have that spirit of covetousness.
He got to have it.
Yeah.
He got to have what we have.
Yeah.
That's what they're looking for. That's the quality that they're looking for in our people. And when they find it, they take them, they put them in power. Right. And they propagate that same thing amongst our people more and more. That spirit of compromise, that spirit of greed, that spirit of covetousness, that's vile, foul spirit. Right. They're searching for that amongst our people. And those are the ones they want to put in power.
Right.
Those that are so thirsty, they'll do anything. And then all of a sudden they want to turn around and it's like a victim. What they say, the average sexual predator was a victim in times past. Exactly. They were a victim, so they turn around and they victimize others. This is what Diddy did. Yeah. He was a victim, so he turned around and he victimizes others. Right? And now we're reading and we're hearing all about it, and we're hearing, and then you got all this. Let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. Diddy net worth.
Sheesh.
A B. Now I want you to think about this. Everybody, think about this. You got $1 billion. What are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do with $1 billion? You're going to do anything that you want to do.
Yeah.
Nothing is restrained from you with a B, pretty much, right? The average thing that the average so-called Black or Hispanic person wants to do, $1 billion, you can do it a million. You could just do whatever you want, right? The average brother, he's gonna go insane. Houses, kids, cars, you know, just stupid stuff, right? I remember when I was first coming in truth, I was walking down the street one day, and I was thinking about some stupid thing I would do if I had spiritual power. And I said, and this is why I don't have spiritual power.
right.
If you think about how stupid you would act with $1 billion, you go, and that's why I don't have $1 billion. The Most High didn't give me $1 billion for that reason, right? But then you have vile men. Now, I would do all kind of stupid stuff if you gave me a B. I'll be real with you. But the most of what I would do is wake people up to this truth. But you got a vile man that's been violated in Sean Puffy Combs. And then what you have is somebody with all these lusts. And now he has $1 billion. Right? Because remember what lust means? It just means desire. That's what lust means, desire. So what anybody's going to do with $1 billion is whatever they desire. Now, if you have some strange desires, you're going to use that $1 billion and you're going to indulge. And frankly, you're going to overindulge. Because think about it, if you got $1 billion. The average person with $1 billion at this point, going to work is actually fun. Meaning you only are going to work if you want to do it. Like if you want to start a shoe company tomorrow, you're just starting it because you can start it. I want to design shoes. I'm gonna just take 50 million and make a shoe. You can just do it. It's not a man, I gotta get up and work in the morning. That's not what that is, right? You just do whatever you want to do. So if you want to take 6 months and just go do some sick shit, if that's what you desire, there's nothing stopping you. You have the money and you have the power to just do whatever you want to do. If you want to say, hey, I'm going to get on a male escort line, I'm going to, hey, send over 12 guys. I got 12 girls and 12 guys. I'm just going to sit here and go like this. Now do this now. Do that. That's what he wanted to do. He just wanted to just coach people in a room, and he had he had a recorder at so many angles. He said he had rooms. He had so many cameras. He had so many angles. Not only 1,000 goddamn bottles of baby oil, he had angles.
God.
Right? So but that's what happens. It's so much. It's so much. Give me James
1. God.
I want to say James 4.
Oh, okay. So like,
you ask, right?
Yeah.
Amiss. Something to that effect?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, James chapter 4, we're gonna start from verse 2. Really? Yeah, we're gonna start at verse 2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight in war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not. Ye ask and receive not, because you ask amiss.
Go ahead.
That you may consume it upon your lust.
See that? Sometimes you don't get certain prayers answered because you're going to consume what you're asking for your lust. This is what Diddy did.
Yeah.
He got what he wanted and he just consumed it with his lust. He just ate. I'm just going to just do everything. Right? He went crazy. And now we're here. Now we're in a place where Diddy is a laughing and a gazing stock to the planet Earth. He's the new punchline. It went from no homo to pause to just no Diddy.
Right.
And Meek Mill, you're done, right? Everything you do looks gay.
Nah, for real.
Meek Mill just turn on live gay. It just looks so sweet. There's so much sugar just emanating off of the screen every time you see him. And this guy had the nerve. Hold on. He tried to defend Diddy earlier on. I'm gonna show you.
So y'all can fit the precept.
Go ahead.
Yes, all right. 18. That's the verse 31. If you give your soul the desires that please her, she will make you a laughing stock to your enemies that malign you.
In 50 Cent, and why has 50 been going so crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the enemy of Diddy that maligns him, that's been maligning the hell out of Diddy. And now, hey, I have all the ammunition that I need forever.
Exactly.
Forever.
Yeah.
Right, where is this? This guy, Meek Mill, is out of his damn mind. Where is the screenshot? Look at this. Diddy's attorney Lee Merritt on Diddy's legal situation. I'm tired of the black man being the scapegoat. You got to understand something. We can't do that right now. It's too much. We can't do it right now, guys. He's caught. He has 1,000 bottles of baby oil. We can't make this you can't say that to the black man that we can't do it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too much.
Exactly.
It's too much.
God.
You do that when the guy is innocent. All right, Diddy, Jesus Christ. There's this post. Hold on, I just need to find me.
Yeah, like this guy Diddy is just some honorable dude in the community that deserves his reputation to be preserved or something. I don't do nothing for y'all people, bro.
At all. Never has. And we been stopped wearing Sean John, and we been stopped drinking Ciroc.
God.
So I mean, you know, it's nothing. They say he's on suicide watch. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that.
Jesus Christ. I feel him though. But see, he just like Epstein, again, he might wind up dead. Right. And if you understand the very shady details, you know, it was a Haitian lady that was watching Epstein when he committed suicide, right?
Yeah.
You know, she just was gone for 2 hours. She just was gone.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, I just got up and, you know, must have
happened while I was gone.
I know there's a couple of Haitians that got into this country and got citizenship probably around that time.
God.
Very closely related.
Right.
I would speculate. It's speculation.
Pretty potentially pretty decent living arrangement.
You know, that's what I think happened there.
Yeah.
You know, listen, we going, you know, get your cousins and we know they're in INS attention. We're going to ahead and bring them out. It's going to be good. We just need you to get up and walk around for a while.
God.
You know, and then we're going to be fine.
Yeah. I walk around and don't ask anything.
Don't ask any questions. Yeah. We're just going to pretend like this never happened.
Yeah. And
magically, your cousins them are going to be here. Man, hold on. There is a big Mill tweet that I must get. I'm going to go to X. He said something so crazy.
Someone said that's why Ciroc makes you fall asleep.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's crazy.
Bro, where is this tweet at? Y'all don't understand. This tweet is insane.
He probably got rid of that.
If he's smart, he did. Damn. This is it right here. So he's responding to this tweet. It says, bro, this nigga just setting himself up to get cooked. Read the room. Meek said this. I will personally give you $1 million if these stories add up in anything weird beyond trench/hood level. It's two things we can't do in the trenches. It's no way y'all know what type of man I am. Right? Now, oh, wait a minute. Is he talking about himself? Yeah, maybe he's talking about himself. He can't be talking about Diddy. Because I think what he's referring to is no boys, no kids.
Yeah.
But he's with anything else.
Yeah.
Does that include animals? No, I'm playing. But yeah, Meek Mill's done. Meek is through. Meek got to hang it up. He dropped a single today. Meek, nobody wants to listen to that, bro. What? You dropping singles? What's that about? Marcus G said you sent me some on Instagram. The water. Do want to remind everybody again, we will make an announcement soon about the debate league, the debate course. the leadership course, of course, exclusive content at Gorilla TV and CZYN Network. The new covenant breakdown, Most High will next week. People have been asking for it. It's been a hot topic. Different people have talked about it. Y'all have seen it. I'm just going to come with the breakdown. And again, when I come with that breakdown, I'm likely going to be issuing a challenge. And that challenge will be accompanied with a pretty decent cash purse. Right. So just look out for all those announcements. We're enjoying Tabernacles in the Spirit. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Amazing thing. You know, this is kind of like a myth. Nathaniel Barhanu, inmates hate anyone that hurts women or children, so he's getting double the punishment. One, that's not exactly true. Two, that's why they segregate them from the standard inmates anyway, to protect them. So that's kind of like a TV show trope. It's not real. If you been locked up for domestic violence for beating your girl up, no one cares. No one's saying anything to you. No one's having a problem. Now, of course, if you have violated somebody sexually, now that's a different. Then they're going to take you and put you away from the average guy who would take offense to that. So, you know.
Yeah, the area with the propensity to cause harm at that too. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm rocking the Giants tonight. All praise. But yeah, I'll take a couple questions before we close out. Go about 5 more minutes. We got to get back to the great outdoors and the tabernacles and many a gunfight until the sun comes up, more than likely. You know.
The boots. Got to get back to the boots.
We got to get back to the great boots, but we'll take some questions for sure. Oh, do remember also, get your Urban Gorilla too. UrbanGorilla.com. Get your Hebrew Israelite streetwear now. How do I feel about Nayib Bukele? Who is that? Let's do a quick Google. Oh, the president of El Salvador. How do I feel about him? I feel like he is a heathen. Yeah. He has no business sitting atop of the great people of Central America, the tribe of Zebulon. And I believe he very unfairly and prejudicially has judged and unethically and unrighteously judged many people of El Salvador. That's what I think about him, for sure. Am I doing a power review? No. I'm watching it, but I'm not doing a power review. I don't plan to. You know, they'll stop doing good on the Urban Gorilla channel, so I stepped away from them. I'm certainly an enjoyer of power. I haven't watched this week yet. Are you doing a power review? Diddy shit probably die out in a few weeks, just like Epstein. It's gonna die out once it's over. But a lot of people are going to make a lot of money on this first. So they're not going to let it die out because too many people stand to profit. So Drake and them man did argue as well. He does look yellow fruity with those colored clips in his hair. I don't know about that. Is the elect in one camp? Of course not. I don't know one camp that's got 144,000 men. So I don't even know how anybody can possibly assert that one camp got all the elect men. That's crazy. What does it mean in Revelation 20 when it says the rest of the dead that live not again? It's talking about the nations being in subjugation for 1,000 years. So they don't come out of subjugation for 1,000 years.
Right. How often are emails answered?
There is no timeline. But if a man displeases him by not taking the scripture seriously, would it be beyond him to kill the man's mother? No, it wouldn't be beyond him. It wouldn't be beyond him, no. Shell, did I do it justice? Because when I seen you read it, I was type what you typed. I felt I had to say it like that. I couldn't say it another way. You know. You weren't bad. Okay. It's the edification of scriptures that are music to my ears to all praises. Blessed Tabernacles, do you thanks for the response? Do you have any scriptures or examples to prove that? Yeah, we have whole breakdowns on that, brother. Entire breakdowns. Right. Let's get Isaiah 14. Is there more evidence on the northern kingdom in Asia than in the Americas? Not a chance in hell. The SICARRII hold services. Passover. No, Azariah. I don't know where you're getting that breakdown from. Go ahead.
The book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. It says, prepare slaughter for his children.
No, before that.
What you was asking for?
About 16.
I'm saying what?
When it says all the dead, we're talking about the dead.
Hell from beneath thee.
No.
It stirred up the dead for thee.
No. We'll go to verse. $18 to $20.
God, the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house.
Read on.
But thou art cast out of thy grave.
Thou, Esau, is cast out of thy grave. All of them are in their grave, right? Esau cast out of his grave. The rest of the dead are the nations, as I've already explained, right? Go ahead.
It says, thou art.
Start back at 18.
God.
You're not paying attention. Go ahead.
All the kings of the nations.
All the kings of the nations. Go ahead.
Even all of them.
Even what?
Even all of them.
Every nation. Go ahead.
Even all of them
lie
in glory.
They all lie in glory, right? It's going to tell you what it means, lie in glory, if you don't think it's death. Go ahead.
Every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave. Out
of what?
Out of thy grave.
So where are they lying? In the grave. They're dead. The nations are dead. But are they dead? Hold that. Give me Proverbs 21 to 16.
Right.
Because there's a time where we're dead. AAN 12 Stones, always good to see you. The water Nate for putting that link in the chat. Go ahead.
Proverbs 21 and 16. The man that wanders out of the way of understanding.
Read on.
Shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
To remain in congregation of the dead. Right? Now think about this. When we wander out of the way of understanding, we go to the congregation of the dead. Well, what happens? We get the curses. We get subjugated to other people. That's our stipulation of how we get subjugated to other people if we wander out of the way of understanding. But either way, when we do that, we end up in the congregation of the dead. We end up subjugated to somebody else. So these nations, how when they're dead, they're subjugated to somebody else. All of them. It says all the nations. Who would they be subjugated to? Us. But there'll be one group of people, they don't even get to really live out this subjugation fully. Right? Let's go back to Isaiah 14.
The book of Isaiah chapter 14, starting at verse 18 again. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But you are cast out of your grave.
But this Esau, you're cast out of your grave. You don't get to be in the grave. You don't get to be with everybody else. This is, of course, a reference to their ultimate extermination.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, but you are cast out of your grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, they go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden underfoot.
That's that Obadiah 118, right? Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial.
You're not going to be with them.
Right.
Right, go ahead.
You shall not be joined with them in burial because you have destroyed your land.
You what?
You have destroyed.
They've destroyed everywhere they've been. Go ahead.
Your land and slain your people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. That's it on there.
Right. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. So it's ultimately talking about the desecration of the memory of the so-called white man. Right. The desecration of their memory. That's it. Right. So everybody can understand that. So I was asking in regards to the Most High killing a man's mother who displeases him by taking the scripture seriously. If you had any scriptures or examples or life. Okay, so I understand. This clarification is more unclear to me than your first comment.
Yeah, see, that's why I was going to the precept I went to. That's why I was going to the precept I went to.
Which said what?
In regards to like somebody dying, but he actually people getting judged in reverse though, basically.
What you mean?
Like he asking, if I'm being wicked, can my parent be killed for something I'm doing as a judgment to me? That's what he asked.
Well, here's what you have to understand. Give me a second. It's just 5:42, right? Let me show you something. It's not all about you. Yeah. Okay.
Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring. Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first.
See that? So the judgment of the Lord is on a cycle of the ring, around and around and around and around. That's the judgment of the Most High, right? So your mother can be killed as a judgment to you, but more than it was a judgment to you, it was a judgment to her.
Right.
But it's still a judgment to you because you are still negatively affected by it.
Right.
So it is still a judgment to you. It can be manifold purposes for anything the Most High does. But the Most High certainly can take things from you to judge you, but it doesn't necessarily have to solely be dependent upon you. Right? So with that, we're going to wrap things up again, man. Stay tuned. A lot of stuff, New Covenant breakdown, debate course, leadership course, debate league, so much. Right? Guerrilla TV for the exclusive CZYN as well. All praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shalom.